Hey, welcome to episode 17 of the Photo4me TV podcast. Today we're going to be talking about real-time image views and what the point of all these new additions are. So thank you so much for joining us. Today's questions for artists is, if you had to choose one lens for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Comment on your answer below. If you're enjoying the weekly updates in the Artist Podcast, drop a like, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest changes to your platform. I'm going to introduce the team. I'm Mark, and I'm responsible for member success. We've got Dan, who takes care of social media. And we got Mike, who runs the day-to-day operations. I'm going to jump straight in with the list of first-time sellers from the last 7 days. So we've got Gary Telford, Snap T Photography, Nikki Koch, Alan Bell, Mikhail, Gary Lidgett, Paul Gordon, Peter O'Reilly, Louise Stanley, Anne Rogers LRPS, and Dean Fulton. And of course, the top 5 sellers from the last 7 days go as follows. We've got Jay Biggerdike, Darren Galpin, Jim Hamilton, Gio Harris, and Derek BT. Dan, what's going on with social media?
Lovely. So the editor's choices for this week, we have Paul Andrews with Lagangarve Cottage, Stephen Mull with Chroma Pier, Leighton Collins with Swansea Marina, Andrew Bannister with Castle in the Clouds, and Paul Cobb with Under the Fire Sky. And the top 5 searches of the past 7 days from the time of this recording, we have Forest of Dean at number 1, Swansea at number 2, Palenza at number 3, US at number 4, and Ard at number 5. And as always, guys, if you have any images around these search terms, create collections around those. So last week we launched the live picture views. This gives you guys the ability to see what images customers are viewing in real time. Soon we'll also be adding an added to cart indicator, which will show you when a product has been added to the cart, giving you further insight as to what's selling and how customers interact with your artwork. And of course, a lot of you guys are wondering, what's the point of all these new additions? What's the benefit of these new tools that we're releasing to the site? Well, as a platform, we're aspiring and working towards giving you guys the tools that you need to improve your discoverability and market your photography. If we think back to even 3 months ago when these tools didn't exist, as a community, we've all learned so much about how customers interact with the website and how they search for your artwork. Going forward, keywords and searches will always be fundamental in getting discovered on the website. So when we think of these tools in the long term, the key benefit is improving your discoverability based on what customers are searching for. Of course, with that being said, the big question is, did you miss the boat? Have I already missed an opportunity for a sale if I see a keyword show up in live searches that I know isn't featured in my portfolio? The answer to that is no. We know for a fact that our customers can take up to 4 days and in some cases a month to make a buying decision. That means from the moment they search for a keyword, and if you see that keyword in your live searches tool, it could take up to a month for them to decide on what they want to buy. In context, that means that they will return to the website, search for more art, and the chances of them searching for that keyword again are extremely high, which means that if you go back into your portfolio and add that keyword, your image could be shown to them. Also, if you think in the long term, once your art is on the platform, unless you remove it, it's there forever. So improving your keywords and portfolio over time will have a huge benefit because if one person searches for a keyword phrase, others will too. So when you see a search, you're not only not missing out on that opportunity, but you're setting yourself up for future opportunities to be discovered. Collections, of course, ties into this too, because collections are discovered through search terms. By creating collections around search terms, you have the chance of pulling a buyer into a wider selection of your images. If a customer clicks into your collection based off your cover image, the customer is already greatly interested in your art style. So it not only helps the buyer to find what they want, but if it is your art they're interested in, they also have a greater chance of seeing something they like. Communicating the benefits of collections is something we're currently working on, and you can expect a blog article on that soon. But ultimately, these tools are here to give you more power in understanding how customers discover your art. And over time, you'll have more and more of these tools at your disposal to increase your chances of selling. So, Mark, plenty going on there and loads of new exciting features. What's going on with the magazine?
So before I talk about the magazine, I just want to do a quick shout out to Darren Walsh and Tim Hill, who join us on a regular basis, and they comment every week. So guys, we're glad you're enjoying the podcast, and you're glad that you're sort of joining us on a weekly basis. So a big hi to you from us. So the next big push for us is going to be Mother's Day. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be featuring that on the magazine. So we're in the process of gathering content for that, and we'll be creating a set of collections targeted around gifts for mothers. If we're going to feature your work in any of these promotions, we will let you know so that you can also share this content as part of your own marketing and promotion. We're also developing some artist features for inclusion on the online magazine, so remember to visit magazine.photo4me.com. And again, we'll be reaching out to artists for more in-depth interviews. These will be written articles and interviews, not videos at this point, and they will focus more on your work and your process and how you look to capture the emotion in your photography. As ever, if you have an idea or a feature story that you think would be worth including in the magazine, please let us know by sending an email to customercare@photo4me.com with the word magazine in the title, or you can message us on Facebook. That's all from me. Mike, what you got for us?
Well, thanks, Mark. Let's take a look at your new tool that Dan was mentioning earlier. So allow me to open up the share screen. And what we can see here is images that customers interacted with live in real time. So all these pictures here are pictures that are being viewed in real time by people on the website. So you can also see what search term they use to discover that picture. So in this case, it's Harbor St. Ives, it's Tower Bridge, and I'm not going to attempt that one. So if you see a small icon that looks like 4 boxes, this means they discovered it through a collection. So you can see that what collection it's come from. So for instance, this picture here was found in a collection. So how can we use this tool to figure out what's missing from your portfolio? So if you see an image of a subject that you know you have in your portfolio, you can see if you are missing something. So what that means is if it's a keyword, you can spot the keywords that are missing from your portfolio directly from the search term the customer used. In this case, Harbor St. Ives. You go, oh, I've got plenty of pictures of Harbor St. Ives, but let me check. Don't have it. Add it in. If it came from a collection, we can see what collections customers are using to find the images. Are you missing a similar collection? Or does that collection have a description or title that I'm missing from mine? So if we look at, let's say this one of Porto Pollenza, I can open it here. And then I can start looking at this and say, okay, collection of images of stunning island of Mallorca. And I can start thinking, oh, maybe it was because of the spelling of Mallorca versus Mallorca of the native language. So you could use those key indicators right there on how to improve your collection or improve your keywords to find the images. Or as we say visually now, what benefit does it have to me that I can see these pictures happen in real time? So the commercial value of this is it's a visual representation of what customers are interested in. So for example, let's say a customer is looking for the London city skyline, or in this case, I'll just pick any picture here of, let's say we go back to our picture of Pollenza. We say, okay, but now we've looked at this picture. We know they're looking for pictures of Pollenza. But then they say, oh, I have plenty of pictures of Pollenza, but I have it of the city center. But this person is looking for along the harbor, or vice versa. You say, oh, actually, I have these pictures of Pollenza of the harbor. I'm going to upload my pictures now. I'm going to create that collection. So you get into the mindset. This is what the customer is actually looking for. And it really zones in on their needs and their wants. Overall, this gives you members a powerful tool in knowing what customers are looking for and interested in. Tool will help you build your portfolio in which is more customer friendly and increases your chances of selling. So you can see what people are looking at and you say, oh, actually, maybe my pictures need a little bit of a touch up here. I could see why this person is interested in this picture. I I'm just going to continuously improve my portfolio because this is what people are interested in. This is what's selling. This is the power of the tool. So hopefully that's been informative. And I'll talk to you all next week. Back to you, Mark.
Cheers, Mike. Thank you very much for that. So a nice short one from us this week, just a good quick update for you. So this week we covered real-time image views, improvements to the real-time searches. And remember, if you want to get involved in the podcast, reach out to us on Facebook. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on social media at photo4me.com. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week for episode 18.